Actually, I have attended many literature festivals across the country, but when I came here, uh, I could interact with many writers uh, all over the country from different languages. That is a very great cultural exchange for the writers from all over the because writers are coming from different backgrounds. They have their own stories to share. They have their own dreams to share. When we meet in a literature festival, they will uh, share their anxieties and grievances about their own culture, their own their political interferences, and the racial crisis what they are in which they are going on. In Bodoland, I know the writers in Bodo are facing many cultural and racial crisis in which their writings are reflected with all these or what we call challenges. In between these challenges, the Bodo writers are writing their dreams and their emotions. So I respect them in such a manner that this is a great atmosphere for them to come together and unite them and share all such anxieties and grievances which they are facing on. That is why when I came here, I just remembered that in my language, so many literature festivals are going on. But apart from that, the Bodoland people have their own identity crisis to share. It is reflected in many poets. I have translated some poems of Bodo poets also. Some of them are one Jishri Boro. Jishri Boro writes stories and short stories. I have translated her poems to leading journals in Malayalam quite back. I have met her in a Sahitya Academy program in New Delhi, and I have translated some Assamese writers also. One of the young poets' name is Lakshijit Bora. I have translated Kaushik Kishalai's poems. I know he is an upcoming poet from Assami, and in which all these poems and short stories, they are sharing their anxieties and grievances in which they are facing on. Uh, uh, Apart from Kerala, uh, so such many things are happening in this Bodoland and Assam region. So many threats are going on to preserve their nature. So they have to fight and fight against that for preserving their heritage. Their culture should be protected. In that manner, the literature festival is very relevant, I think.
Basically, in which language you write, and so far, how many books you have written?
uh, I am writing children's novels, basically children's fiction, and I am a poet in Malayalam language also. I am working as an editor with a reputed newspaper named Malayalam Manorama in Kerala. I have penned nearly 20 books, which comprises poetry collections, children's fiction, non-fiction, translation works, and so many other. But when we find peoples like that, we know that when writers are facing challenges, they will write more and more. We know great literature are happening in Latin America because they are striving. Their history shows that they are striving very they are living through very difficulties, so their literature is shining on. In that manner, in our land, a poet told that everywhere I have a residence. That means poetry gives us the wings to fly upon. That means as a poet we recognize everywhere. That means everywhere we have a writer to recognize. So poetry, in I am residing in my poetry. That means our reflections, emotions, and dreams, all of the other things are I am showing through my poetry. And I have attended so many literature festivals along the across the length and breadth of the country. But so many literature festivals are happening in major cities. Apart from cities, when the festivals are falling in village countries, that will be more what we said suitable for literature festivals, where one writer can understand other villagers' feelings, and they have their own dreams to share. That is why I think the ideal place for literature festivals are not in cities but in villages.
Are you think that literature can change the society?
because we have heard that in Ramayana, I'm talking about what about you are asking. In Ramayana, when Bharata came to the forest to meet the Sri Rama, then Rama asked one question: what is the opinion of Charvakas about me? You know that Charvakas are the opposition in Ayodhya. That means first we have to listen not the ruling we have to listen not the what the power is the power politics is saying. We have to listen to the opposition what they are saying. That is why Rama asking what is the opinion of Charvakas about me, because Charvakas are the opposition in Ayodhya. That why what I am saying is that we have to listen to all cross sections of our country. That means the destroyed one, the suppressed one, the toiling masses, the laborers and the farmers, and not one sector or two sector of our society is completed with our nation. We have to listen to all the emotions and feelings of all cross sections of our country. That is why Rama asked about what Charvakas opined about ours. That is the ideal thing what we have to follow, I think.